Welcome back to Foundations of French. In this little mini-series, we'll be learning about simple conversations and how to use it in everyday life. It should be easy enough considering we'll be learning about family, simple greetings and goodbyes, and learning how to introduce yourself. Allons-y! Let's learn about the people in your family. Let's try to say family in French. La famille. La famille. La femme e. La famille. Now, let's try your parents, or parents, which means parents. Parents. Les parents. How about mom? Mom in French means mère. 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 Dad in French is père. 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 Grandma is grande. Mère. Grande. Mère. And grandpa means grand-père. 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 Brother is frère. 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 Sister is sœur. 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 Son is fils. Fils. Pretty easy, right? Let's try moving on. Daughter is fille. Fille. Grandparents means grand-parents. Grand-parents. Grandchildren mean petit enfant. Petit enfant. Here, petit means little and enfant means kids. So this makes sense. Uncle is oncle. Oncle. Aunt is tante. Aunt. Cousin is cousin. Cousin. Cool! You just went through your whole family. Now, when you see your other family members, you can call them by the names we just learned. So these can be used anytime you want. Now, let's move on to our simple greetings and goodbyes. These can be used anytime, which is perfect. Let's start with the one we always use at the end of our videos. À bientôt. À bientôt means see you soon. Let's try it. À bientôt. À bientôt. Now, let's try the more common ways to greet someone. How about the most known, greeting known to man? Bonjour. Bonjour means hello or good morning. Let's try saying bonjour. Bonjour. Bonsoir means good evening or good night. Let's try it all together. Bonjour. Bonjour. And now let's try bonsoir. 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 We know this is true because bon means good. Let's try another one. Salut. Salut means hi or bye, whichever one you want. Let's try. Salut. Salut. And then our last greeting is bienvenue, which means welcome or greetings. Let's try it. Bienvenue. Bienvenue. Now, let's try greeting someone. There are three main ways you can greet someone. Comment ça va? How's it going? comment vas-tu? How are you? Or comment allez-vous? So, all of these together is comment ça va? How's it going? Comment vas-tu? How are you? And then we have comment allez-vous, which is another way of saying how are you? Now you can reply in so many different ways, but we'll be covering 6 ways you can reply back. You can reply back with ça va bien. Ça va bien means it's going well. Then we have tout va bien. Tout va bien. This means everything is going well. Our next one is je vais bien. Merci. Je vais bien. Je vais bien. Which means I'm fine. Thank you. Our next one is je vais très bien. Je vais très bien, which means I'm very well. Another greeting is je ne vais pas très bien. Let's try it. Je ne vais pas très bien, which means I'm not doing very well. And then our last one is comme si, comme ça. Let's try it. Comme si, comme ça, which means so-so. If you'd like, you can ask how the other person is doing. You can ask them something like et toi, which means and you. Finally, saying goodbye has multiple ways of saying so. We'll also be covering 6 different ways of saying goodbye. So our first one is the one everybody knows, au revoir. Au revoir means goodbye. Next is à plus tard, which means see you later. Next is à demain. À demain, which means see you tomorrow. Next, we have à la semaine prochaine. À la semaine prochaine, which means see you next week. Next, we have bonne journée. Bonne journée. Bonne journée, which means have a good day. And then finally, we have bonne nuit. Bonne nuit, which means good night. Wow, you just learned so many new greetings. Now you can make so many new friends in French. Now, let's talk about how to properly introduce yourself and who you are. We recommend writing this down on a notebook or on a piece of paper, so you can always look back on this later. So, let's start. To ask, what is your name? It's comment vous appelez-vous? Comment vous appelez-vous? And then, to reply, it's hi, my name is, which means bonjour, je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. To ask, where are you from? Means d'où venez-vous? D'où venez-vous? And then to reply, I'm from means j'habite au. J'habite au. Let's take it slowly. J'habite au. So, to ask, how old are you? Means quel âge as-tu? Quel âge as-tu? To reply, you reply with I'm blank years old, which means j'ai blank ans. J'ai blank ans. To ask, what is your work? Means Quel est votre travail? Travail. Quel est votre travail? To reply, you reply with I am blank. Means je suis blank. To ask, what is your nationality? Means quelle est votre nationalité? Let's take that slowly. Quelle est votre nationalité? To reply, it's I am blank. Means je suis blank, which is just what we learned earlier. Look how easy French is.
Bonjour, comment vous appelez-vous?
Je m'appelle Ellie.
D'où venez-vous?
J'habite au Canada.
Quel âge as-tu?
J'ai 17 ans.
Quel est votre travail?
Je suis an adult programmer for Skyway Christian Assembly.
Quelle est votre nationalité?
Je suis une Filipina canadienne. You just learned a whole conversation in French. That's amazing. You're doing great so far. So to review, we learned our family members, simple greetings and goodbyes, and how to introduce yourself. In our next tutorial, we'll be learning more stuff like this. But you'll totally be fluent at the end of these lessons. Anyways, this is the end of our tutorial, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. But for now, à bientôt!